going to talk about sustainability and logistics. And we should cover such questions as green logistics and sustainable logistics, then environmental impact of transport and warehousing, and finally trends and green technologies in logistics. Here, I would like to ask you to read this QR code and make the task number 1. And what we know about the green logistics? Green logistics is a management term that seeks to reduce the adverse effect of supply chain activities, transportation, and other logistics activities in organization. And we try to do it without compromising efficiency and effectiveness. There are some definitions of green logistics, and one of them can propose to define it as implementing measures with the aim of making the logistics activities more environmentally friendly. These measures cover features such as efficient energy use in the means of transportation, the utilization of limited resources, the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions, and finally, the environmentally friendly packaging. You can find the sources if you read the QR code below the slide. And now, what we understand as sustainability. Here you can see so-called the sustainability pyramid, which bases on 3 columns: environment, economic, and social effects. Environmental sustainability involves managing resources and reducing pollution, while social sustainability focuses on equity, justice, and community well-being. And finally, economic sustainability requires business to balance profit with environmental and social considerations. All these 3 pillars guide sustainable development and influence global sustainability goals. And the next slide, the pillars of sustainability. Here you can see the collaboration between environmental, social, and economic sustainability. You see that then in the case when economy and environmental are in collaboration, we are talking about the viable environment. When we talk about the environment and society, we are talking about the manageable sustainability. And finally, when we have the collaboration between all 3 pillars, we have the sustainable development. Sustainable logistics. We consider this term as the set of strategies and practices implemented by logistics service providers and their clients to minimize environmental impacts and to improve the social and economic sustainability of the logistics activities. Why it's important? First of all, it helps us to reduce greenhouse gas emission. Then it helps to reduce air pollution. And finally, it is a possibility to reduce waste generation, which is really actual, as we can see on this photo, on these slides. Now, we would like to ask you to make the task 2 on Mentimeter. Here you can see the QR code, or you may use the Menticom and type the code by your hand. On the next slide, you can see the diagrams with the statistic data considering waste generation challenge. And you see that in different regions like Middle East, South Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, Latin America, Europe and Central Asia, East Asia, and Pacific region, there is a clear trend that the volume of waste generation increasing. The data is given in tons per year, and you see that in Middle East, for example, since 2016 till 2050, the increase will be almost in 2 times. So in 2016 it will be 129 tons per year, million tons per year, excuse me, and in 2015 it is expected to be 255 million tons per year. It's a great volumes. And the next diagram on the right hand, you can see here the distribution of global waste consumption, and the main wastes are generated by food and green. Then on the second position is the paper and the cardboard, and the third position is other, and the fourth is rubber and leather. So it's a kind of excuse me, the biggest volume is generated by plastic. 44% is plastic, and we remember that there is a challenge with utilization of the plastic waste, because there are not so many technologies which are safe to the environment to utilize plastic or make it more safe for human and other human beings and animals. Well, when we talk about sustainability, we should remember that business prioritize sustainability because it can enhance their reputation, can reduce risks associated with environment regulations, and appeal to a growing environmentally conscious consumer base. And therefore, supply chain professionals can champion sustainability by, first, supply chain transparency. It means that they assess and disclose the environmental impact of products and services throughout the supply chain. The second, eco-friendly sourcing. It means procure materials and components from suppliers committed to sustainable practices. The third is efficient transportation. Business tries to optimize transportation and logistics operations to minimize emissions and resource consumption. The fourth, waste reduction. It means that businesses implement waste reduction and recycling programs within the supply chain. And finally, collaboration and innovation. Collaborate with partners and invest innovative technologies to measure and reduce hidden environmental costs. And as per statistics, you can see here, supply chain costs about 10% of overall business cost. Therefore, hidden costs make it even trickier to estimate the total cost. And you will learn about these hidden costs, and we know how to deal with them. Then we can help companies to make their supply chain stronger, save money, and do better in today's competitive market. There are 5 different stages of the supply chain to better understand the hidden costs. First is the raw material. As you see, it's the extraction and processing of raw material, which causes significant environmental impacts. Uh, it could be mining that lead to deforestation, soil erosion, or water pollution, for example. The second, manufacturing. The manufacturing process can also have environmental impacts, particularly in terms of energy use and greenhouse gas emissions. The third is transportation. The transportation of goods can have significant environmental impacts, particularly in terms of greenhouse gas emissions. In addition, transportation can be a significant cost for companies, particularly when goods are transported for long distances. The fourth is distribution. The distribution of goods can also have environmental impacts, particularly when products are shipped long distances or when they are packaged in non-recyclable materials like plastics, for example. Five, disposal. The disposal of products can have significant environmental impacts, particularly when products are not designed for recyclability or when they are disposed improperly. Next slide. How does hidden cost impact the supply chain? First of all, it reduces profitability, then increased lead times. It also may cause the customer dissatisfaction, or it results in environmental impacts. When we talk environmental impact, we mean negative environmental impact. And finally, it leads to missed sales when poor inventory management, poor management of inventories can lead to stockouts, while customers who can't find the products will want to change the supplier, and it will result in missed sales opportunities. How identify hidden costs in supply chain? First of all, it's process mapping. In this case, you create a visual representation of your supply chain workflows from procurement to delivery. Visualization. Visualizing the entire process will help you see slow areas and redundancies. Then the second approach is data analytics. Data analytics means that you study the data to gain deeper insights into your supply chain. You track key metrics like lead times, inventory levels, order fulfillment times, transportation costs, and waste rates. It helps you optimize inventory levels to minimize waste and maximize efficiency. Finally, the rest two methods are benchmarking the best and keep checking and track down loss of shipment. Benchmarking the best means that you compare your performance against industry standards or those of leading competitors. Benchmarking can highlight areas where you may lag and provide valuable insights into best practices that can help you reduce hidden costs. Keep checking and track down loss of shipment means that you keep an eye on how it works even after establishing the right supply chain. Have a closed loop feedback system helps you to gain insights on how to keep improving of your supply chain. The loss of goods can be due to theft or misplacing the items, for example, and it may lead to product damage. Product damage or loss of goods can occur in the last mile delivery and packaging without enough attention. Sometimes there may be a lack of protective packaging and it also may cause damage. environmental impact of transport. Here on the diagram, you may see the grams of carbon dioxide 2 per passenger per kilometer for different kinds of transport. So it's emissions from passenger transport, and you may see that the biggest emissions are from the air transport, and the second place is the cars, while railroads are on the last position. Transport accounts for around 1/5 of global carbon dioxide emissions. 3/4 of these is from road transport, as we already considered, and international shipping contributes to 10.6% of carbon gas emissions. On this slide, you can see the data of the International Energy Agency according to its Energy Technology Perspective report, and it expects that global transport measured in passenger kilometers to double as car ownership rates to increase by 60%. It demands for passengers and freight aviation to triple its volumes by 2070. All these factors would result in a large increase in transport emissions. E-commerce deliveries. Studies show that last mile delivery can constitute up to 53% of total shipping costs, owing to the need for speed, accuracy, and flexibility in urban environment. Last mile delivery is very widespread in electronic commerce. And electronic commerce deliveries have generated and increased the environmental impacts. Therefore, consumers are not only placing orders more frequently, but they are also expecting those orders to be delivered in increasingly shorter time frames. For example, in the United States, transportation accounts for 29% of the total greenhouse gas emissions, and 82% of that total generated by light, medium, and heavy-duty freight vehicles. The heavy reliance on traditional combustion engine vehicles for last mile deliveries significantly contributes to urban congestion, to air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, presenting a serious environmental concern. But electric vehicles are gaining momentum as an environmentally friendly solution for last mile delivery, as they are offering reduced emissions, quieter operations, and the potential cost saving over the vehicle's lifespans. The widespread adoption of electric vehicles in logistics faces several obstacles, including limited battery range, charging infrastructure constraints, and high initial costs. Other alternatives include utilization of drones and cargo buys, coupled with the implementation of consolidated delivery networks and optimized routing algorithms to mitigate the environmental impacts and enhance operational efficiency. And also another data about last mile delivery. it is often considered the final and crucial stage of the logistics process, and it involves transporting goods from distribution centers or fulfillment hubs to end customers, usually those who live in residential areas or have their businesses on commercial addresses. Advancement in vehicle-to-grid technology enable bidirectional energy flow between electric vehicles and the power grid, offering additional opportunities for sustainability. During periods of low demand, electric vehicles' batteries can store excess renewable energy from the grid, serving as distributed energy storage units. Conversely, during peak demand or power outages, electric vehicles can discharge storage energy back to the grid, providing valuable grid stabilization and backup power capabilities. This bidirectional energy flow enhances the reliability and resilience of renewable energy systems while maximizing the environmental benefits of electric vehicles in last-mile delivery. Here on the picture, you can see the scheme of V2G, vehicle to grid, how it works. Many retailers rely heavily on third-party logistics operators for order and inventory management, as well as for deliveries of their goods. Therefore, retailers do not always control outcomes in terms of their impact on congestion and carbon emissions. So-called PUDO networks, including parcel lockers and shops, are increasingly seen as an alternative to home deliveries. This strategy boosts first-time delivery success, with consignments often redirected to PUDO points, allowing for local pickups. This approach minimizes travel distances and decouples courier and customer schedules. Urban microhubs are compact warehouse spaces situated in urban areas, including inner-city locations. These are increasingly deployed to support alternative operating and business models. And despite high capital costs and logistical challenges, including access to real estate, permits, maintenance, and optimal operation usage, parcel lockers are popular with both companies and customers. Please make the task number 3 while scanning the QR code by your phones. Many courier, express, and parcel businesses, so-called CAP businesses, are adopting microhubs to support last-mile operations, including for the transfer of consignments. It's also known as cross-docking, and it helps to use micromobility alternatives and working for the last part of the journey. Microhubs in the form of dark stores are also used for warehousing, order fulfillment, and dispatching of some e-commerce orders, especially for quick commerce models and groceries. These dark stores allow near instant delivery, but these operating models has faced backlash in some cities due to noise and disruptions in residential areas, leading to closures and bans in some European countries. What is a dark store? Dark store, it's a big super or even hypermarket, but it specializes only for e-commerce and only for deliveries. So you can't go inside and buy something by yourself. You may order goods only via internet, and then these goods will be transported to you from this dark store. What about what we say about the trends and green technologies in logistics? You may see some of these trends on these photos and pictures. So, like ships with solar uh, power station on their deck, or like electric vehicle tracks, or even tracks which are connected to electricity lines on uh, motorways, highways. So in general, electric trucks, biofuels, and hydrogen-powered ships. Also, it includes route optimization, smart warehousing, Internet of Things, and using artificial intelligence for greener decisions, and also blockchain for supply chain transparency. Sustainable packaging logistics refers to packaging solutions designed to minimize environmental impact and ecological footprints. Uh, and It includes offering several benefits to suppliers, introducing material cost and shipping expenses, lead to higher customer loyalty, and help suppliers meet environmental regulations and avoid potential penalties. Mm, Please scan the QR code and watch the video how the plastic is made. Uh, it's a good illustration that excessive packaging is obviously wasteful, and many of the packaging materials are composed of plastics, and about 36 of all plastics produced are used in packaging. These data is uh, presented in United Nations Environmental Program, and plastic production is one of the most energy intensive process. Few words about the best practices for sustainable packaging in logistics. First of all, use recyclable and biodegradable materials. Then minimize packaging material. It means right sizing plus lightweight materials. Third, use innovative packaging design, modular packaging, and multi-use packaging. Uh, Also, reduce hazardous substances. It means use non-toxic inks and dyes, or use non-hazardous materials. Also, best practices for sustainable packaging means implementing efficient packaging process like automated packaging systems, employee training, and so on. And finally, uh, best practices of sustainable packaging means collaboration with suppliers and partners for sustainable sourcing, partnership for innovations, and so on. Uh, Refrigeration and warehousing energy consumption. You may watch the video about the cold hubs and refrigeration. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the food industry is responsible for approximately 22% of the world greenhouse gas emissions and nearly 30% of the global energy consumption. In cold storage facilities, compressors are notorious energy consumers, surpassing other components in consumption. That is why optimizing compressor performance can yield significant energy efficiency. Global warehouse energy consumption statistics, I propose you to read it. There are 9 points, but in generally, you should remember that the energy consumption of buildings is a critical factor for the profitability of companies, accounting for nearly 50% of their overall expenses. Artificial intelligence, the key technologies for sustainable warehousing include job optimization with the means by artificial intelligence, pick and road optimization, inventory management with minimizing waste through precision, order routing, artificial intelligence driven robotics, which may increase energy efficiency, and using artificial intelligence for sustainable packaging. Here, you may see the information about the artificial intelligence applications in logistics. Artificial intelligence systems are used in with traffic, weather, and fuel data, analyze delivery routes. Artificial intelligence models help find problems in equipment by monitoring vehicles and warehouses. And also, artificial intelligence helps to drive self-driving trucks and ground delivery services. And also, robots are based on artificial intelligence too. Internet of Things and real-time tracking. Real-time monitoring becomes possible through Internet of Things solutions, which optimize operations throughout green logistics supply chains and transportation activities. It means that we use Internet of Things sensors in vehicles, tracking fuel use, and combined with telematics, send reading about vehicle performance, alongside temperature and humidity info from warehouse and shipping container sensors. These practical data points assist in managing fuel, and it helps cutting power usage while keeping perishables from spoiling. Benefit of artificial intelligence in logistics operation. First of all, it means that smart technology that uses artificial intelligence and Internet of Things helps companies run their logistics more productively while saving money and reducing environmental impact. These modern systems help businesses plan better deliveries to save expenses and decrease carbon emissions alongside regular operations. Smart logistics systems use real-time automated data to achieve important environmental aims. Please watch the video Blockchain and Supply Chain Management. Here you can see the charter which describes the blockchain for supply chain manager, including supplier, retailer, and banks. And on this slide, you can see capturing the details of a simple transaction, how conventional system works versus how blockchain system works. And the main advantage of blockchain supply system is chain transparency and also the possibility to save the information. And the main benefits of blockchain for supply chain transparency. You can see these benefits on this slide. So if company discovers a faulty product, the blockchain enables the firm and its supply chain partners to trace the product, identity, and suppliers involved with it, and identify production and shipment batches associated with it, and efficiently recall it. And if a product is perishable, like fresh fruits and certain drugs, the blockchain lets participating companies monitor quality automatically. A refrigerated container equipped with an Internet of Things device to monitor the temperature can record any unsafe fluctuations on the blockchain. And if there are concerns about the authenticity of a product that a retailer returns, the blockchain can allay them, because counterfeit goods would lack a verification history on the blockchain. And finally, blockchain requires a consensus protocol, some mechanism for maintaining a single version of the history of transactions that is agreed by everyone. Key challenges for using blockchain in the supply chain. First of all, it's interoperability. The second is scalability. The third is security and privacy. And the fourth, stakeholder buy-in and adoption. You may see on the slide changes in companies' supply chain due to the creation of a circular economy. Please consider it attentively, because there are description of changes and description of impact on supply chains. You see that on the 5th of March in 2024, a sufficient majority of European Union member states in the Committee of Permanent Representatives, it's a subsidiary body of the Council of European Union, agreed to the diluted draft of the Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive. This directive obliges companies in Europe to review their supply chains for environmental and labor practices, to improve the human rights situation, protect environmental concerns, and advance international climate protection goals. The improved scope of the directive includes EU companies with more than 1,000 employees and a global net annual turnover of over 450 million euros. Well, thank you for your attention, and we ask you to scan this QR code and play the Kahoot game and check your knowledge after our lecture. Thank you. All the best for you.